Greetings from Kenya. My name is Dr. Zakaria Shitote, a lecturer at the University of Eldoret in the School of Business and Management Sciences. I teach courses in project planning and management and also sustainable development. This evening, I want to talk something briefly about COVID-19 and education in the Kenyan universities, the implication of lockdown. The impact of COVID-19 on Kenyan universities lecturers has been devastating. Least to say, the 2020 plans and budgets have been adversely affected because of this pandemic. A time like this demands for lecturers and other stakeholders to engage in reflections and thinking about the way forward. To say that this COVID-19 has changed all the mode of teaching. Initially, it was face-to-face teaching, but now we have to engage in online teaching, where the lecturers have to be ICT compliant. Some of them are not that capable of handling some of these ICT issues, especially some in the science sectors who may not be able to write the formulas when they're preparing the notes for the students. And also communicating with the students is quite a challenge, where you find that you are teaching online and the students are very far away from you. Because of the cost implication of some of the systems being adopted in our universities, the students will fall over and remain there teaching alone. And therefore, that service delivery becomes very poor. Most of the universities, again, have insufficient ICT facilities or infrastructure. Therefore, the ICT sector is not well supported. We have limited staff because of budgetary implications. We also have issues of the facilities themselves, the servers, the laptops and the computers, where this communication has to take place. So it's quite a very big challenge for the lecturer to prepare the notes, upload them on the system, and therefore interact with the students. This poor infrastructure brings about the issue of cost. The laptops, we need the state-of-the-art laptops which can well communicate with our students, and issues of internet connectivity is a very big challenge as we move away from town to rural places. So if you're teaching from a house, maybe outside the towns, you find that you have very poor internet connectivity, and therefore the lesson is interrupted because students cannot get you, and you also cannot get to the student easily. This pandemic has brought a very big change in our teaching system. Furthermore, to mention, the pandemic has also directly affected some lecturers. Some have been infected by the virus, therefore they were sick. And to an extent, some even have lost their lives, causing issue of fear, causing psychological torture among the remaining staff who are afraid even to interact with the youngsters face to face because they feel that they'll be infected and therefore lose their lives. So this issue of COVID-19 is not well understood and well researched upon in our universities. Therefore, this calls for these issues of research to know really how to keep up with the issue of COVID-19. It has also led to the issue of poor teaching delivery or lesson delivery due to unstable network, as I've already mentioned, and therefore this has disrupted the semester plans. There's issues of budgetary, because universities work on budgets. The things that were planned for have not been achieved, because when this pandemic was reported first year in March of 2020, universities were closed all abruptly, without any plans and without any preparation. So most lecturers were thrown at bay, and therefore the service delivery has not been that well because of the interruption. Some lecturers are also students pursuing their postgraduate PhDs and some even masters for the graduate assistants. And therefore, this has interrupted the semester teaching. Therefore, they are not able to complete their courses on time. Some of them have been given our own scholarship by some donors We're demanding them to complete within the time stipulated, others they lose their scholarships. Therefore, some are in high stress because of this COVID-19. And therefore, we are talking about an issue that has adversely affected our institution, and our institutions will never remain the same again. Lecturers have also failed to meet deadlines because we work on budgets from monetary budgets, time budgets. We have to set exams, we have to mark them on time and deliver them on time. When this pandemic was first reported here, the university was closed abruptly. Therefore, there was a lot of disorganization. So some students have not had their marks uploaded in the system because the manpower, the lecturers were away, and this has really affected the whole scenario of education at the universities. The issues of budgets, acquisition of ICT facilities again becomes a very big challenge. So as we talk about this COVID-19, we are thinking ways how this education can come back to the normal way it used to be. And also another thing has been the inability to conduct research, inability to carry out projects, inability to come out with consultancy services. And these consultancy services, these projects, these researches have been another way of supporting the university budgets because of social distancing, because of communication and interaction with the participants cannot take place as normal. These researches, these consultancies, and these projects cannot be carried on and bring revenue to the universities. Therefore, it's called a new mode, now electronic survey, which most of lecturers have not well adopted. Therefore, this COVID-19 has brought a lot of devastating effect on the lecturers as individuals and also on the universities. Some lecturers had already done findings on research, on projects. They stopped all of a sudden. They cannot account for what they're doing because they are not able to meet their participants, the subjects that it was to interview in the field because of this COVID-19. Therefore, what's the way forward to address these issues of COVID-19 at the university? I would propose that the universities invest in infrastructure, the ICT infrastructure, so that there will be a smooth running of the semester dates, where lecturers can interact with the students at a minimal cost, and the students can get the lessons at almost no cost because they lack even the funds for the data bundles to be able to catch up with the classes. Also, the governments in our universities, the Kenyan government, other governments in Africa, to increase on the budgetary allocation to universities so that this money goes a long way in training the instructors who are the lecturers, in acquiring the new teaching facilities, also even the lecture halls, because of the issues of social distancing. Students cannot sit as close as they used to do previously, and this calls for a lot of money. Both the governments and donor agencies, if they stepped in to increase the budgets to universities so that they can meet these issues that will support the learning processes.